Well, my friends, things are tough for our team, and we need to talk about it, so click the like button to stay informed, and without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, let's get right to it. The Cleveland Browns are in a tough spot, having lost 5 of their last 6 games. With a disappointing 1-5 record, it's clear that the team is struggling to find any momentum, especially on offense. In fact, they haven't scored more than 18 points in any of those games. It's a dire situation, and fans are eager for a catalyst to turn things around. With quarterback Deshaun Watson's struggles at the forefront, many Browns fans and analysts are calling for a change under center. Unfortunately, that's not the only obstacle the team is facing. Injuries have also taken their toll, further depleting the roster as the season progresses. In a recent report from ESPN's Daniel Oyefusi, head coach Kevin Stefanski confirmed that running back Jerome Ford is now week to week with a hamstring injury he suffered during Sunday's 20-16 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. This is significant because Ford has been a standout for the Browns, filling in admirably for the injured Nick Chubb. To this point, Ford has racked up 48 carries for 250 yards and a touchdown, along with 20 receptions for 87 yards. Losing him is a huge blow to the offense. As if that weren't enough, safety Grant Delpit remains in concussion protocol, further thinning the ranks. With Ford's availability for the Week 7 matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals in doubt, Browns fans are wondering what the team will look like going forward. The good news? There's a glimmer of hope. Nick Chubb could potentially make his season debut against the Bengals, which would be a huge boost to the offense. Plus, with Dante Foreman and Pierre Strong in the backfield, the Browns have some depth to fall back on. But let's talk about the bigger picture here. The collapse against the Eagles has fans and analysts questioning the direction of the franchise. Despite facing a Philadelphia team that didn't exactly impress, the Browns fell short once again. Deshaun Watson's performance only added to the frustration. He threw just 1 touchdown in his last 29 possessions. Former NFL player Damian Woody didn't hold back during a recent segment on Unsportsmanlike Radio, expressing his concerns about the state of the Browns. He commented how bad the Cleveland Browns franchise is right now. Woody noted that while some fans have praised Watson for flashes of brilliance, he added, but there's no hope for this team. No hope. Woody also questioned whether head coach Kevin Stefanski has lost his edge, though he acknowledged Stefanski's impressive resume, saying he's a 2-time NFL Coach of the Year. The frustrations go beyond just one player or coach. They extend to penalties, drop passes, and defensive mistakes that have become all too common. And let's not forget the elephant in the room, Watson's hefty contract. Woody noted that while some fans are calling for Watson to be benched, the reality is that you're locked into the contract for the next 3 years. He's going to be on the roster. You have to put him in. That means the Browns are in a tough spot as they try to navigate this season, with pressure mounting on the coaching staff and players. As the losses pile up and the end zone seems increasingly out of reach, it's becoming painfully clear that the Browns face an uphill battle to salvage their season. So, Browns fans, what do you think of this situation? Is it time for some changes, or should the team stick with what they have? I want to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it in the comments below. The Cleveland Browns are currently struggling with a disappointing 1-5 record, and the struggles on offense have been glaring. Following a narrow loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, in which the Browns fell 20-16, the team is working hard to address its offensive woes. Running back Dante Foreman has been outspoken about the team's collective mindset, stating, "Nobody's happy being 1-5. That's something we've all been talking about. We're trying to fix it." In their recent game against the Eagles, the Browns' offense struggled to find the end zone, failing to score a single offensive touchdown. It was a painful reminder of how costly penalties can derail a promising play. Take, for example, a critical moment in the second quarter when Foreman made an impressive 18-yard run, taking the team into the red zone for the first time. Unfortunately, that play was called back due to an offensive holding penalty against tight end Jeff Swaim. In another missed opportunity, quarterback Deshaun Watson ran up the middle, advancing to the Philadelphia 13-yard line, only to see another holding penalty, this time on Michael Dunn. Finally, in a nail-biting moment in the fourth quarter, the Browns made it all the way to the Philadelphia 3-yard line before 2 false starts pushed them back to the 13, forcing them to settle for a field goal instead of tying the game. Foreman summed it up succinctly, saying, "It's just little things here and there. We go back and watch the film, it's always something small. Little things that end up being big things for us that set us back." He emphasized the need to clean up these mistakes, particularly in the red zone, stating, "If we could clean those things up, I think we could be more efficient on offense." Despite the challenges, the Browns showed signs of improvement in the second half against the Eagles. After a dismal 30% success rate on first downs in the first half, they improved to a solid 50% in the second half. Part of that increase in performance was due to a more efficient running attack. Excluding the third-quarter drive that started at their own 7-yard line, the Browns boasted a 54% success rate on running plays, which Foreman believes opened up the passing game for Watson. Foreman noted, "We just started trying to capitalize on our opportunities. The running game was picking up, which I feel like was helping open up the passing game to be able to put Watson in a position where we can catch the defense off balance." Watson responded with a strong second-half performance, throwing for 117 yards and, notably, he connected on 6 passes of 10-plus yards, including a 35-yard completion to wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. Despite the team's struggles, Foreman remains confident in Watson. "I have the utmost confidence in Watson. I think, personally, from my perspective, he just gets the short end of the stick a lot of the time," Foreman said. "It's not all up to him." That kind of support from teammates is crucial, especially as the Browns prepare for upcoming division games. Stefanski said Browns owner Jimmy Haslam remains supportive and has not interfered in any football decisions, including the decision to keep Watson at the top of the quarterback pool to face the Cincinnati Bengals 2-4 this week. Watson completed 16 of 29 passes for 154 yards, a touchdown and an interception in the 2023 opener against the Bengals, which Cleveland won 24-3. "We have a good dialogue with myself, general manager, Andrew, Barry, ownership. Any decision when it comes to football is my decision," Stefanski said. Looking ahead, the Browns are set to host the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 7, marking their first home game since Week 3. With 11 games remaining in the season and 3 before the bye week, the team is eager to turn things around. Foreman summed it up best, stating, "One thing I can say about our offense is that everybody is going out there fighting. Everybody is competing until the buzzer, every play, every down." So, Browns fans, what do you think of the team's performance and the path forward? Can the Browns fix their offensive issues in time to turn their season around? I want to hear from you in the comments below. Be sure to hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all things Cleveland Browns. Go Browns!